Hey Virgo, it's Amanda, and I'm here to do your love reading for April 2019. First, I'm going to do a 4-card spread for you, your heart energy, your thoughts, intentions, how you're doing in the situation, this love. And then after that, we'll go and do 4 cards underneath for your love interest, soulmate. Kind of see what their heart space looks like and what their intentions are and feelings. So, King of Wands. So you are trying to make something happen. You think you know how to do it. Maybe there's something that sparked you, or you realize something, but it kind of like lit the flame and you feel like you know how to do it and make it happen now. And maybe you didn't before. What else for Virgo? April in love 2019. Three of Swords. Okay. So maybe there was a breakup in the past, or something happened, a fight, or maybe like you made some sort of action towards something, and it did not end up like you thought it would. Let's keep going. I'll come back to that for sure. What else for Virgo in love 2019? What's going on with them? No, I think I messed that up. I don't want to. Didn't feel it. Not that that would be bad, but just didn't feel right when it popped out that way. I'm so weird with my cards. Like, I 100% go, like, I have a standard kind of way I go with it. Like, if it flops out on my hands and doesn't fall out, I typically wouldn't take it unless I really felt it. Or if too many come out, I won't. But every once in a while, things will happen that I don't typically do, like my traditional flyer, I guess. And sometimes I just do whatever. So sorry if that ever confuses you. What's going on with Virgo in love? April 2019. 9 of Swords. All right. So something happened that you thought was the right thing and you were confident about. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was a fire sign. Maybe it was an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or just somebody that's really like leader-like and passionate and inspiring. Either that, or you did something you thought was the right idea or thing to do, and it ended up being really not, and it devastated you really bad. And now you're so caught in your negative head and your negative thoughts that like you are maybe even losing sleep over it, or you just really aren't in like you are not finding relief mentally from this heartbreak. One more card here for Virgo. What's going on with them in this love? Okay. 9 of Wands. So they're trying to get through this. They're reviewing this over and over again. They know this is coming full circle. This cycle is coming to an end. They feel that it is. They're trying to go. It's like you're going over in Virgos. The analytical, go over things over and over and over again and overthink them. Like that is so what's up. It's like this. You're like going over it and over it again, because you cannot sleep at night because of this, or like you can't get it out of your head, you can't stop thinking about it and reliving it, and you don't want this to happen again, and you were just trying to find any indicator of what might have happened that you didn't see coming, right? Something that you had a lot of passion for with this King of Wands and then this 9 of Wands. It's like something you thought was going right, or a move you made that you thought was the right thing to do. I think it's you didn't see this coming is what I think this is. And you thought you knew what was going on and, you know, what things were going to be. And then all of a sudden you get a curveball and it devastates you. And now you're doing everything you can to review every little detail to figure out something about it that you aren't seeing. What's going on with Virgo's love interest, soulmate, twin flame for April 2019? What's going on with their heart space and energy and intention? Like, what energy is around them right now? And it's weird because, like, I mean, some of them have mustaches, some of them don't. But this King of Wands is like, he's wearing like a disguise. It's like he thought he knew, but it was wrong. It was like false confidence. I don't know, that came out weird too. What's going on with Virgo's love interest? Soulmate, Twin flame for April 2019 in this relationship. What is going on their end of it? King of Swords in reverse. Maybe they weren't honest with you. Or maybe they were nasty to you. Maybe. We'll see what else comes out around it. Can't help but notice that King of Swords in reverse has the same like spade eye that this one does. Look. It makes me think that whatever heartbreak is tied to this King of Swords in reverse. They're not all that way. Look at the other faces in the deck. Like, there's only a couple. If, I don't know. I think it might just be these two. Like, I think there's a tie here. We'll keep going and come back. The Hierophant in reverse under that Three of Swords. It's like they changed the way that they believed and thought about relationship that they want. This sucks. I think that maybe the person you were with like was going through such a change at the time, and everything they believed in. Hierophant's like old beliefs, traditions, old structures. It's like they were resetting this, and whether they were just dishonest or it came out nasty, or maybe just this is their beliefs being turned upside down. Whatever it is, it didn't come out to you the way it should have. It was kind of not very gentle. It's like they were going through such a change that when they came out of this, you guys just didn't have alignment anymore, or something like that. We'll come back. I haven't finished all these cards yet. I'm still I might pull a couple clarifiers on that one. But Two of Cups is like, Two of Cups is feeling into each other and both giving the amount of effort and emotion into it, like that equal give and take. And they change, like whatever this is, like they don't believe in this anymore, or they weren't being honest about how they thought this would turn out and how they wanted to. It's like they were, like I said, that false confidence. It's like you had this false confidence. They had this King of Swords in reverse. It's like they weren't being honest about what they felt coming, or like the beliefs being changed and integrated and transformed in themselves. Like maybe they didn't even understand it themselves, maybe. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's tied to an equal give and take in this love. And that Nine of Swords, it's like that's what you're caught up in your head about, because it's like you felt that it was, and you got like a curveball. I don't get it. We'll definitely pull some clarifiers. I just want to finish these four here. One more thing for Virgo's lover, soulmate, love interest, April 2019. Five of Cups and the Six of Swords. All right, now that I've got them laid out here, let's run through this. We already did these. King of Swords with the Hierophant in reverse. So I'll show them to you upright just for the picture's sake. So this is like not being good with communication or using logic in a moral, like in a way that was in alignment with them at the time, because of some sort of upheaval or fading out of old beliefs, or the way that they traditionally do things or love or whatever, right? Or just their whole belief system. It's like it was in the process of being upheaved, and so they weren't able to either realize it themselves, let alone enough to communicate it to you and be honest about it or upfront, or they just weren't being honest on purpose about what they wanted out of this and how they expect it to go, right? and you really didn't know. You weren't able to tell. Like, you thought a completely different thing, and when you got devastated, you didn't see it coming, so it really hurt you, put you up in your head big time. Now you're just like rerunning it over and over and over. Five of Cups. This is, okay, so the Two of Cups with the Five of Cups. This is a like struggle and conflict and change when it comes to like that equal give and take. Like, they are changing their beliefs. They don't have, like, they're different now, and they can't help it because whatever upheaval they were going through, and there's all this change in what they want in love. Like, they are realizing that it isn't what they thought, because it was in reverse, this Hierophant, and it's like traditions, old beliefs, structures, right? They realize that what they view as an equal give and take and a union for them is changing. Five of Cups, change. Like, being left out in the cold. Like, they don't feel like they can give to this anymore. It doesn't fulfill them. Because, like, being left out in the cold, it's like they don't feel left out in the cold. They just don't, because it's in the reverse. Upright would be left out in the cold, but tied to the Five of Pentacles in a way. But no, it's more like they just don't, like, it changed the way that they see a relationship, and like what they want to give and what they want to receive, like, has all changed when this Hierophant reverse came through. They didn't really go about it the best way, I don't think, because the King of Swords, well, it wasn't the reverse, so it was the Hierophant. So it's like they weren't able to go about it very smoothly. I think that it was because it was still in the process of happening to them. But either way, let's go on into the Six of Swords in reverse. So the Six of Swords is about getting away from something that was really hard, and he's got like all these skeletons on his boat. So it was indicating a struggle, a battle, getting away from that and healing and recovering. It's like they're not doing that, or something's blocking them from that. And it has something to do with the way that they now change and see a relationship to be. So it's like they're not healing and getting away from a bad situation because they changed the way they want to give and take in a relationship. So it's like some upheaval in beliefs made them realize something. I wonder if they have like they don't know how to get what they want out of you. They don't see it happening anymore when maybe they did before, and now they're realizing that it's not there. And like there is no recovering because it's just a non-alignment. And I'm trying to be like not negative here, but you know, in the long run, like if somebody's not in alignment for you, then thank God that they're seeing it and being the one to walk away, so you didn't have to be the one to do it. Yeah, you can be as happy as you think right now, and maybe this is like the end of the world to you, how it feels, which sucks. But you know what? This isn't an alignment for you. So for whatever reason, something better is out there. I wanted to pull one more at the top for you. We had the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is not feeling like you, Six of Wands. This is like not feeling like you had any victory, which is pretty clear here without it even. It's like you're reviewing over and over in your head with this Nine of Wands, the Six of Wands, of why there wasn't success when you really thought it was going to. And Virgos do that. They will be in their head and overthink everything until they cannot do it anymore, right? Whatever you really thought was a mask, like whatever it was just they were changing when this was happening. I don't feel like it's really that they meant to do this, because it doesn't seem like they meant to. It seemed like they didn't even know how to deal with it themselves, like, because it's like changed everything they believe in when it comes to what they want to give and what they want to receive in a relationship, and how that's changing, and how that there is no coming back from this with you. Like it isn't gonna work, like, for whatever reason. And try not to take that personally, because I don't think that it is. I think they kind of wanted this too, because you can see like it turned upside down what they thought and what they believed and how the structure was going. And like everything they thought they knew of whatever. And maybe they realized that they had some sort of expectations that weren't real to that, like really in alignment. And so now they're seeing that, oh shoot, maybe we can't make this work for whatever reason. And it probably is just because of something that's not meant to be. Like, it's not because you're not good enough in whatever the way that is. It's because it's just not in alignment. Like, this is the universe gently like trying to put you back into where you belong, and with who you belong. And even though it might really hurt right now, the world, like I said, this is supposed to happen. I know that is hard to hear, but like, you don't know what's around the corner for you, right? Especially when the world is in the picture at all. This is something that is supposed to be. There won't be any stopping in the world. The cycle will come in. This is supposed to happen. Something more divine is for you. Even if it's the worst thing in the world right now and it's really hurtful, go through that. Release that. Don't hold on to that, because whatever's coming around the corner might be amazing, might be even better than your wildest dreams, right? But you're not going to be open for that, and you don't want to carry this into that. So go through the healing process here. Don't like let this ruin whatever this world has in for you. Like, the world is like, okay, well, obviously the shift in energy is happening, and you guys might have learned whatever you needed to learn from each other, because you guys are both like all of a sudden drifting away from each other, and it's not like intentional. Like, I don't think either of you knew this was going to happen. I think that they were so confused they couldn't even be upfront about what was going on, and then all of a sudden everything changed for them. And then like you were so sure and didn't even see this coming, and now you're like completely devastated and rerunning everything in your head over and over and over. And you don't realize is that you don't need to do that, because it's nothing you could have done or did. It's just that this was not in. There's something else that was more like destined. Like, there's more that you came into this life as mission, like a soul contract to do. That whatever it is, this isn't going to let you get to this stage. So in other words, it has to fall off for the world to come in. Something that is coming full cycle, like some major life event that the world, it's like there's something for you. This is why this is happening. And then we have the 10 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. This is ending and beginning. 10 of Cups. 9 would be the review stage and going towards an ending, right? This is the end and the beginning of something emotional, love, passionate, emotional, expressive. Like, something is ending so that something else can begin. And then the Wheel of Fortune, the shift of energy, the wheels turning because the world's here. Like, this is so clear. Like, this is the worst thing that you probably didn't want to hear right now, but it's like the worst best thing. So you have all this heartbreak and curveball coming towards you that you didn't see coming. This person is not who they were, and like they didn't even know that they were changing completely. And this is not in alignment for them. This isn't in alignment for you. And that's why you guys are falling off, and you didn't see it coming. They didn't either. But now you have an ending that right around turns into a beginning. 10, ending, beginning. The world behind the Wheel of Fortune. This is the shift in energy. The wheel's turning because whatever it was that before, there's nothing there for you anymore. It might feel that way, but like, I'm sorry. Like, I want you to heal this in a proper way instead of rerunning what you did wrong and how it could have gone more successful. Because like this overthinking card, 9 of Wands or 9 of Swords is up at night in your head about negative things, really like mentally devastated and just disturbed in your mental like mindset. And then we have the 6 of Wands, which is not victory, a lack of victory, lack of success in something that you are just stuck in review stage about. Like, going over all of it. What was it? Where was it? Where did it go wrong? What did I not see coming? Like, you're in your head at night about that, like 100%. And instead of doing that, try to focus on okay, if this is an alignment for me, if this is a major life event that is destined for me, and the wheel's turning soon, about love that's ending in a new beginning, if it's that, then there's somebody out there for you soon. You just can't even match that frequency until this falls off. Like, it's probably why this all happened so fast and unexpected. Like, I really feel like if you could just snap out of your head a little bit and try to think about what might be right around the corner, like, there's something better for you. You're not going to see that right away. You're going to feel like, how could that be? But whatever it is, this is big. These are major arcanas. We got a 10, which is beginning and end of love. Then we have the wheel turning, energy shift towards something destined, a soul contract, fulfillment, success, like the home run, something that was meant for you and nobody can take it away from you. And like I said, there's nothing that's going to make this work. And there's no point in like stirring over and over in your head about something that you did wrong when you didn't do anything wrong. It's actually not you or them. This just wasn't meant to be forever. Like, this was supposed to be for maybe one little lesson, but like and maybe it was a karmic thing. It could be karmic. I think that maybe it is, because it's like this illusion that you were under, that everything was going right, and like the little disguise that he has on, it's like he doesn't even realize that he doesn't see that he's got like this false confidence. Like, you had no idea this was coming. I feel like maybe this is just a soul contract. Like, maybe in a past life, like something happened and this was something that had to balance that out. Like, but you heaved it out, you upheaved it, you got rid of it. So don't go over and over and over it again, because this was supposed to happen this way. Virgos do that. They're analytical. They overthink everything, right? So it's going to be easy for you to do that, which is expected, but like, there's no need for that, because you have no idea how much a waste of energy that is when all of this is coming for you around the corner. But you won't be able to see that or receive it if you keep staying in this, like, what did I do wrong energy, devastation. Feel that for however long you need to heal it and accept it, but don't focus on it in a like frantic way. Do it in a healing, intentional way to heal. Like, do it with the intention to feel it, understand it, give it that part of you love, and then release that, because you don't want to block what this is coming in. This is really good. This is 10 of Cups, that butterfly transformation. Like, all this heartbreak's going to transform into the world with the Wheel of Fortune. These are like the best to have next to each other. The things are turning in your favor. Transformation of love, new beginning of love after an ending of one. This is awesome. This is so good. If you want to try to get your mind off this, think about that, because wow, this couldn't even be better after what came before it. Like, the end, which it leads to a beginning, the wheel's turning in your favor, like the energy's turning in your favor. This is awesome. Like, people get stuck and want that wheel to turn so bad, and yours is turning without you even having to wait for that. Well, I mean, it might feel like a little bit of a wait, but this is coming out. This is coming out right after all of this, and I think by the end of April, you're going to see that light at the end of the tunnel, because I don't feel like this many major arcanas and tens and all this stuff would come out if it wasn't going to happen fairly soon. I would say end of April, very beginning of May, maybe at the latest, if not already starting to show. Maybe even when you hear this, it might open up something where you start to see this everywhere now, because I really feel like you need to just try to stay out of your head and stop rerunning this information and this event through your head. I want to pull a card here. Where is the Virgo going to meet this new person at? Where, how, when? Do they already know them? What can they think about when it comes to this new love coming in that can maybe help them get their mind off this rerun? Temperance, okay? So once you balance this out and get out of this rerun over and over in your head energy, if you can do that, this will follow it up. Do everything you can to balance, meditate, do the healing, balance this emotion out, and you will get the reward following it up. As soon as you can temper this emotional storm here and kind of get it under control and on your side, that's when you're going to see this new love come through and that light at the end of the tunnel, and you can believe in it. Regardless, it would be good to do that, right? So I would say focus on healing here, Virgo. The other person, I'm not saying they're a bad person. I just don't think that they even were able to understand this enough to be upfront, or even maybe they straight up lied about it, but I just don't see that. I think they were really going through changes, and it just wasn't meant to be long term. Like, and you just got to get out of your head and stop rerunning that situation at night. Stop thinking about it. Stop focusing on that, because you're going to bring that into this new thing, and it's just going to drag it out. Like, that new thing isn't going to come in until that Temperance does, and the Hangman in reverse. So Temperance, Hangman in reverse. So temper your inability to stand back from this, or your blockage towards that right now, because you're so caught up in this. It's understandable. I mean, if you didn't understand and you didn't see this coming, I mean, anybody would feel that way. And I don't want you to push those feelings away. I want you to actually heal them. It's all about the intention you go into it with. If you're letting yourself get stuck in that negativity, yeah, you're going to stew in it. And I don't want you to push that away because you're trying not to do that. I want you to go into it with the intention to temper it, to feel it, to show that love, that emotion love, show that part of you that's feeling that love, and accept it, embrace it, and then let it go. And once that temperance happens and you were able to take a step back from the big picture with the Hangman and look at everything, you're going to see where the math adds up. And then doing that work will follow up with this shift of energy, new beginning, and destiny, like this World card. This is super good. I mean, what a roller coaster, though. Like, you have to go through it to, like, ever even close to realize you need to balance it and take a step back, and then whoop, instant reward. That's nice, though, because, you know, that's almost like due to you with all this emotional turmoil and, like, mental devastation that you had no idea was coming. Like, it's like you really went from an all-time high to an all-time low, and then temperance, you got to temper that. And once you do that, you get like an instant follow-up reward. It's like it's just sitting there waiting around the corner for you to temper it and take a step back and get yourself in alignment and heal what you need to heal. Don't carry it in to the new thing. Temper it, release it, show that part of you love. You know, it's not going to feel good. The energy I feel right now, like, you're not going to have an easy time doing this. So don't be too hard on yourself while you're trying to do it, because you're not going to have an easy time doing it. It's all about the intention and being patient with yourself through it, okay? Because I hope that you can understand that this person, whether they're a great person or not, like, this just isn't meant for you. Like, they couldn't if they wanted to, like, with this. This is in reverse. All this change and everything to do with love and what they want and what they want to give, like, and what they want from you, or what they want from love and what they want to give in love is all changing. Everything they believed in, all their beliefs, like, they're changing into a new person. And, like, they're not seeing this being redeemable or able to fix. And so I hope that you get out of this review stage and maybe trying to get out of hoping that there still is a chance or whatever, because I think it's just going to drag this out for you and prolong that new beginning even more. I'll pull one more card here. I think that was a pretty clear reading. I like that. This deck's pretty cool. I feel like this one does a really good job. The Santa Muertos deck does a really good job with love, and, like, whenever it's like a harder thing, like a more shadow side thing, it's a really good die. It's like anything hard in love, it's good. This is a 78 Tarot. I want to just an advice card here for Virgo and love for April 2019. What an advice card can we leave Virgo with to get through this energy for the betterment of all involved? How can they get through this energy in the best way other than temperance? The Lovers. Okay, so, I mean, that was kind of complimentary. So this is all about having yourself inside aligned so that you can attract somebody else, because you can't attract the correct things you know, until all the pieces of you are on the same team. This is about making a choice. This is conflicting inner beliefs and ideas, or literally choosing two people, which in this case is not two people. This is you making sure all of you is integrated and that you're healing it, you're seeing it, you're understanding, you're trusting the universe has your back, and that if you temper this, that something's better for you then, because this fell off and you tried. And there's no use in distrusting the universe, like getting yourself back into alignment, and all these pieces that might not agree with each other, either choosing one of them to keep and getting rid of the other that doesn't serve anymore, or just integrating them into one whole team on the same page, right? This is the lovers, right? And that's when we think about love. That's what you do in love, right? You come together with people with similar interests, similar beliefs, similar ideas, get clear about each other's expectations, you know, and each other's needs, and you both try to meet each other's, and you both grow together, right? This person doesn't have the same ones as you. This is changing. This wouldn't fulfill you anyway. All you would end up doing is shoving down your boundaries to adapt to them, because you were so willing to do that before. It seems like you're so devastated, but like, you wouldn't want it anyway if you have to basically be the chameleon with them. Like, that's not love. That's not give and take equal. That's you bending over for everything for them. And I don't know why that's coming through to me right now, but it is. Like, the lovers is about two people taking each other as like interests and emotions and everything as literally part of their own. Like, just as important. They don't even see the difference between the two. They're the lovers, right? They intertwine energy, and it's like the spiral. They spiral together, equal, match, integrated, match of frequencies, you know, like that's how love is that you want, looks like. That's what you got to focus on. You got to inner align your inner beliefs, feelings, emotions, those conflicting pieces that maybe got you caught up in your head over and over, reviewing and reviewing and reviewing. Because if you knew your worth and you knew what you needed and what you did and what you want to give and what you want to receive, and all of that was in alignment, then you wouldn't be stuck in review. You have to have some faith in yourself too, Virgo. Like, you can't be stuck in review in your head if you know you're conscious of what you gave, what you received, whether it was right or wrong, in order for like what you believe, right? And if you're so confused to the point where you're shorting out and going over and over and over again, like, obviously there's a lack of faith in yourself here, and maybe that's what needs to be brought together and tempered in order for you to have this new love beginning that's waiting around the corner for you. That's a big deal. 2 major arcana cards, like, those are coming around just like waiting for you to do it. So I think that if you just work on that, I think things will be very surprisingly good for you. I think that this new thing will be better than you ever even dreamed. Better than this ever could be. Not that they're bad, it's just not for you, right? It's better for somebody else. They're good for somebody else. But this person isn't going to make you happy. This person is not supportive of what would make you happy. It's why this is happening. Something better is like supposed to be there for you, just waiting for you to temper this and heal this, to have that. So that's good. I mean, a lot of people have to work really hard and long to get to that point where they're even close to that around the corner thing happening. But you are at least to the point where if you just temper what already happened and heal it and let it go, like, you have that waiting. So that's awesome and really good. Just try not to get too down and get out of your head a little bit. Let me know if this resonated with you in the comments. I would love to hear it. Likes, comments are awesome, and hopefully if you want to see another video, subscribe, and I'll see you next month. Thanks.